Hello, this is Goober. I am here to talk about my uh, card set for the Card Game Singularity for a short amount of time, and I am not going to do multiple takes of this. I just need to get this out there so that I can playtest it and have some fun with some other people. Um, this is the 9-color deck. One of the colors is black because that's from 32 color UNO. And this is the rules for each card game with the card lists from the rules from each game and the card list for it. So I have a list of cards here that is legal for deck building with for the Card Game Singularity, and that is mostly that was most of the work that I put into this. So you should look through that whenever I'm done with this, or whenever you're done with watching this video. These are the types of UNO that you can deck build with. There are 13 different colors or types of cards that you can deck build with from UNO Lobotomy specifically, and that means that there are this many colors. So there are the normal basic colors like red, blue, yellow, and green. Then there is the magenta, orange, purple, and cyan cards. And these are the 4-color cards that are either the basic red, blue, yellow, green, or magenta, purple, orange, and cyan. And these are glitch cards, which are wild cards that can be played on any card, but whenever they're played on a card is discarded and they gain the color of that card. Monochrome cards can only be played on cards with their number, and only those cards' number can be played on those cards. So, not wild cards. Wild cards can't be played on monochrome. And mod cards are cards that you keep to draw 4 cards from the UNO deck and have a passive effect while they're kept. So these that is UNO Lobotomy. This is the 32 color UNO, black. It's just black. There's only 13 cards from it, which is 0 to 9, and the +2 reverse and skip. So that is that. Then there is the UNO Insanity cards, which there are 21 legal cards to deck build with, that being Go Fish, Christmas, Shuffle Deck, UNO, -1/+1, Force Color, Reverse, Inverse, Wild, Set Hand to 10, 50/50, all +2, all +1, Shuffle Deck. Wait, did I already say Shuffle Deck? Is there 2 of them? Yeah, I put 2 of them in the deck on accident. All right. I'll note that for later and redo it in a moment. Then there is the roulette, Russian roulette. Then there's the virtue and evil cards, which don't count as plus cards. The redirect, 11, draw 11. It's basically cycling your hand. No U. And the blue dava D. Then there is the stop and the landmine, which are all deck buildable. What the landmine does is it forces you to draw 20 cards when you draw it, which is actually beneficial in the Card Game Singularity because you discard cards at the end of your turn down to 7. So you can cycle through a bunch of cards whenever you landmine yourself. So I found that to be pretty funny. So I put in the deck. So, or not just funny, but also maybe balanced. Anyways, the rainbow cards are -2, -1, +4, +2, +1. Then replay. Then there's the reverse, the targeted, draw 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is fine. So that is Uno Insanity. Then Uno Infinity has wild cards, 23 wild cards, which has two different wild cards, which are just wild card. Then there's a wild skip. Then there's a wild reverse. Then there's a wild replay, a wild -1, wild -2, wild card, a wild hand reveal, wild shield, card swap. Uh, this doesn't matter much. So you can deck build of those whenever you're playing, and those ones can actually pick a color to be the next card. Yeah, they can pick a color that they act as. However, they can't pick black because it's not a color from their card game. And then the wild cards from UNO Lobotomy are different because they can count as any color. Color can be played at any time other than on monochrome, and any color can be played onto it other than monochrome. And then there is the last bag, which is just dice from UNO Infinity for the UNO Infinity cards. And then there's, I guess, 5 extra cards. I didn't realize that this was in the bag. All right. So that is all for today. I hope that you have a nice day.